It is about to pour, you guys, so the lighting is gonna be very bad in this video. I apologize in advance. Welcome to today's video. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly if you're new. Today I'm gonna film a little college advice, college Q&A type thing because I filmed one of these just recently and I got a lot of questions on it. So I want to go a little bit more in depth onto how I got into UM and the colleges I applied to with like my high school stats and my like application and all that, and then a little bit more into the financial aid here at umiami. Also, it's like about to thunderstorm, so that's why the lighting sucks and it's kind of dark. I'm having some issues in my apartment in this room or this area as my power turned off, and they're supposed to be sending someone to fix that kind of now, but no one has come in the past hour, so I don't have any power in this one room. So that's another issue. But anyway, despite that, oh my gosh, I'm gonna still try to film this video and answer some questions. I'm gonna link my last college advice video down below because I covered like a wide range of topics in that, and this video is gonna focus more on my high school stats because a lot of people were asking, and financial aid at umiami. I'm gonna start with my high school stats. I don't have my Common App, but I have some job resumes that I wrote in the past, and I'm gonna use that to kind of share with you kind of what I included on my Common App and what my scores were. I'm gonna be like fully just transparent and tell you all my scores and stuff, which is kind of uncomfortable for me for some reason. But anyway, my high school GPA was a 4.0, and then my high school weighted GPA was a 4.44. With that being said, I know so many people at umiami in particular who have a very wide range of GPAs. I know some people who have like anywhere from like a 3.3 all the way to up to like a up to a 4.5. So like a crazy range of GPAs. My SAT was a 1390, a 690 in both categories, both the math and both the other category. Club wise and extracurricular wise, my first 2 years of high school, I was very involved in 2 clubs as the president of video production and social media, which is kind of funny because now I have this YouTube channel. But I did pep club and I did something called the international club at my school. I went to a pretty small school, so this isn't like a big thing. Like I feel like it sounds kind of like, whoa, president of, you know, it really wasn't. But you know, it looked good on the resume. So I think that's kind of like my main tip when like filling out stuff for your resume is you kind of just want to make yourself look like the coolest, most well-rounded person ever, even if you aren't. You just got to make it look like that. I put on my resume National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta, International Thespians. Again, it sounds like so much, but I literally did nothing for any of those. It's just, I don't know. I also played tennis for all 4 years of high school, and I think that was a really big thing for me on my resume because it showed consistency. If you did something all 4 years or like all 3 years of high school or something, that is a huge thing that you want to emphasize on your resume because they love to see that you were consistent and involved in one particular thing, and then in addition to being involved in little smaller things. Work extracurricular stuff, I was a math tutor in high school for the first 2 years, and I put on like my nannying. I said nannying instead of babysitting because nannying sounds way more professional. And then I switched high schools mid-high school, and I switched to like a university style homeschool, and I thought that would look so bad on my resume, like, oh my gosh, did she switch because she couldn't handle it or whatever. But it actually like made my resume or my application a little more seamless because I explained why I switched schools and stuff, and how switching schools was so helpful for me, and how I already have now that university experience. And even though I joined literally no clubs, hardly any extracurriculars at this new school besides tennis, I got a job. So I put on my work as an administrative assistant, which was my high school job. So put your job on there, all that type of stuff. That's literally it. Those are my stats. Those are my grades. I mean, I think I was a very good high school student. I was like the straight A high school student. Like, they obviously want you to have good grades and stuff, but they really look for student involvement and being a well-rounded student, which is why I know so many people with like a wide variety of grades that get into UM. So I wouldn't like I wouldn't freak out too much if you don't have the perfect scores, because I don't think you need the perfect scores to get into Don't let it affect you too much if you don't get into your dream school or whatever. You're gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Also, another thing I like really want to talk about is me, who was a straight A student going into college. I did so poorly my first semester. Like, grades were so bad, and honestly that was like one of the biggest learning experiences for me, kind of learning how to take failure and learning that kind of grades aren't really anything. And honestly, C's get degrees. The A students are the ones who end up working for the C students in the long run. Like, at least that's what I believe. So really do not freak out. I think it's actually very normal to kind of struggle when getting used to college and stuff. Anyway, now I want to talk a little bit about financial aid and how finances work. My gosh, I feel like you guys, I look insane. Anyway, now I want to talk a little bit about how finances work and financial aid and all that at because Miami is a very expensive school because it is a private school, which sucks. But if you fill out your FAFSA, which is like my #1 recommendation, fill out all your paperwork, no matter what. Fill it out, I'm telling you. Otherwise, like, it will screw you over in the long run. So fill out your FAFSA because you'll get your need-based aid through that, and that will automatically like put you into their academic aid to see how much academic aid you're gonna get. There is a aid, like a net aid calculator. I'll put it in the description. I used that a lot to like put in my grades and stuff, and it showed me how much I should be getting for academic aid. So keep that in mind, look at that. Feel free to email like the financial team, I guess. I had to do that a lot because I had to file an appeal actually to get the financial aid I deserved, like the academic aid I deserved. So if you don't get as much money as you thought you were going to, definitely email them. I'm interjecting first to say that I got power back in my apartment, which is great, but also to say I'm really not a good person to ask advice on for financial aid because we had a really crappy time figuring out that and getting financial aid at Additionally, you have to apply for housing. All of the rates for housing and stuff are on the website. I'll link that down below too, because housing can be pretty expensive too. I live in Lakeside Village in a single, which is really expensive. So again, I'll link that all down below because it's all on the website. All tuition stuff is all on the website. I know there are a few like outside scholarships you can apply for, but I don't really know much about those. I don't really know very many people who apply for them. I'm in Greek life, and in our sorority, they've offered like types of scholarships and stuff. They'd be like, hey, you can apply for these and stuff. So that's definitely something to take advantage of. I'm also a Florida resident, so if you are a Florida resident, make sure you have your bright futures figured out and stuff. Lots of stuff to plan for with tuition. It's a lot. Someone said they have a 3.6 4.0 GPA, and they're taking all honors and 4 AP classes all throughout high school. Is that competitive? Yes, I think that is a great, you're in a great situation. 3.6, 4.0 GPA is really good. The 4 AP classes and all honors is amazing. I didn't take any AP classes throughout high school actually. I dual enrolled in a lot of classes for my last 2 years, so that is what kind of helped me there. But my school did not actually offer any APs because I went to like a weird small school. That sets you up great. All honors, that also sets you up great. I did that too. I took Latin as my language, and that is what boosted my GPA. Like, I feel like my GPA, like a 4 point, like how does it go above a 4.0? It's because I took Latin honors or something like that. I honestly don't really know. I think you're in great shape for that. I really think it's like how you sell yourself on your resume. Even if you have the ideal perfect stats, you might not get in if you don't sell yourself on your resume by showing that you're super well-rounded and involved in school. And I don't know, that's what likes. They really like to see that you're gonna get involved here when you're on campus. Someone said, I got waitlisted and would like to know how I could make sure I get off the wait list. So I applied early, because not early, I applied, I think it's early action, which is the non-binding one, but I applied early, I got deferred, and then I got in my next time, and I was so stressed when I got deferred. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not gonna get in and stuff. I think I even sent them an email with some updated things I'd been doing senior year, like to add to my application or resume or whatever. So honestly, you could send them an email just expressing how much you love and you're really hoping an availability opens and stuff like that. And maybe send them some things that you're doing senior year to show that you're still involved. I don't really know. So I hope you get off the wait list. Someone said, I'm worried that is just a big party school you want to attend as a graduate student. Is the environment, do they care about academics? Definitely is a party school, not gonna lie. Especially if you're in Greek life, like, sorry guys, my camera just turned off. Not really feeling my best either right now, but anyway. Party scene, yes. There definitely is a party scene, but I feel like at any college there's gonna be a party scene. I'm in Greek life, so that is another way, like, if you want to party and stuff, Greek life is a really great thing because there's frat parties. A lot of people just go clubbing and stuff. It's me again. I want to touch more on this. At any college, obviously there's party scene, drugs. There's a lot of that. But that's kind of expected. There's also a lot of people who are the complete opposite. I think you just have to find your people. So yeah. There's also a very large majority who like just want to focus on school and academics, and so I really do think everyone is really good academically, in my opinion. I think it's just who you surround yourself with. Like, I like to go out and have fun. I also care about my academics a lot, and I think I lean more on the chiller side. I don't know though, it kind of just depends on my mood, but I think it's just who you surround yourself with. I wouldn't let like the stereotype of being a party school deter you from the school, because it is an amazing environment and lots of good connections and things like that. Picking between UF, Miami, and state school. UF has the best academics, the state school is the cheapest, but you like Miami the best. Oh my gosh, I could not relate more. I also ended up choosing between UF and Miami. UF is obviously cheaper. UF is my state school. UF has the best academics, and it's cheaper. But I literally was in love with Miami. I cannot tell you, and I'm so glad I ended up choosing Miami. I don't know, I'm literally so glad. It's like such, going to Miami though, you have to realize it's just such a blessing because so many people like can't come. It's a hard school to go to. Just financial wise, I think is like the biggest thing that makes me so mad, because it can, you know, cause so many people to not come here, and it just, okay, pisses me off. Anyway, is still a top 50 school, so I say go Oh yes, someone said to film a what's in my closet college edition. That is coming. I'm going to film that, so like and subscribe for that. Anyway, that's kind of, I feel like, all I really wanted to cover. I just wanted to cover stats and financial stuff. Hopefully this helped you. I hope if you're looking at coming to you do. It's definitely an adjustment, but I feel like anywhere is an adjustment, and anywhere it's just, you know, it's kind of hard. It's just a really personal growth time in your life. Like, you gotta just learn how to be independent and be by yourself, and I don't know. I hope this was helpful. Please like and subscribe. Leave more questions down below. I want to start filming these college advice videos more often, because they're very fun for me. I always was like, no one would care what I have to say, and it's like, I'm boring, but I don't know, I think people liked the last one, and that kind of made me happy. So I would love to film more if you want to see them. So leave more comments down below. Follow my Instagram, at Zirbel. If you ever visit campus, DM me, let me know, and I will come say hi and show you around. And yeah, see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching. Sorry that I look really unput together.